Welcome back to EKG.
Back here today with some more God of War.
Back here today.
Back here.
You did the
Get a little frosty. Give me that frost.
The snowman.
The Iceman cometh.
I'm gonna cometh. The Iceman cometh.
Cometh is an awesome word. I wish I was like still used in like.
Dude, I had to fucking train a new bartender because my bar manager doesn't. And fucking anytime I needed her to come over, like by me, I'd be like, come hither. Come hither and squire.
And squire.
I don't know.
Maybe this will spit us out on top.
Motherfucker, what did you just say?
Spit us out
On top? My God.
Boy. Gonna get some spit.
Boy, I'm about to cometh. The God of War cometh.
Got those traps.
Just his
Look,
muscles.
the blue door. We made it.
That's just a hunk of a man. That's a Chad.
Right.
The Chad if I've ever seen one.
Alright, I've been there.
Dude, speaking of absolute terrible people, I think I served the worst customer the other day.
Really?
Okay, so he comes into my bar, and he orders a beer. Granted, a canned beer, but he says the entire name, says it wrong to the point where it was like a Stella, but there's like something in it where it's like de Trois or something, but he's like de 12. I was like, and in my head, I stopped because I'm like, motherfucker, are you asking for 12 beers? Like, what are you saying to me right now? And then he gets really
Angry.
condescending with me. Like, really condescending. I'm like, okay.
Well,
Bitch.
you want to play this game?
I'm like, here's your beer, asshole. And he's just loud and obnoxious the whole time, whatever. Doesn't tip, because of course not.
Yeah, why would he? Why would he?
So he's like this older guy, like his 60s, kind of has like a shitty, kind of patchy goatee.
Okay.
Maybe like his late 50s. I don't know. Just general kind of garbage person.
General douchebaggy.
Yeah. So anyway, he comes back. And this time, he orders, and then he demands a glass with it, but I'm like, dude, you're going into a movie. I can't give you my glasses.
Yeah.
You get plastic or the can, like everyone else. He comes back 5 minutes late. Again, doesn't tip for the second beer. Comes back, and he's like, oh, okay, well, I've got time before my movie. I'm going to sit here and hang out. So I'm sitting there with the new girl.
Yeah.
And we're just like, okay, like, great. And this dude's just kind of like, one of those, like, first off, he starts bitching to us that the Wi-Fi doesn't work, and because he asked for the Wi-Fi password, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really reach down here because it doesn't, because it's up in our manager's office, which is like, it's pretty far away. So I'm like, it's not even like worth it.
Yeah.
He then proceeds to try to tell me how like I'm a fucking idiot because I don't understand what he's asking. I'm like, no, I get what you're asking. I just can't help you.
Yeah.
And at one point I was like, sir, I don't know what you want me to say. You asked a question. I gave you an answer.
Yeah.
That's literally, and this was the tone I was using at this point because I was annoyed. Because again, condescendingly, like, oh, it's like you're like trying to tell me you tried to start a car without a battery. I'm like,
What?
what? The fuck?
No.
He's like, I do this for a living. Blah, blah, blah. This is bullshit.
Great, dude.
Do you need my contact information so I could blah, blah, blah? I'm like, I was like, no. He's like, well, what about your manager? What about the guy who comes on the previews? I'm like, Greg Marcus?
Yeah, the owner?
He's like, yeah, do you have his contact information? I'm like, yeah, I just read him up all the time. I'm like, what's up, Big M? What's up, Greggy G? My main man, the Gregonator, Marcus. Darkness falls on Marcus.
Okay.
My homeboy, my dog. What up?
We're inside.
And I go, no, I do not have Greg Marcus's fucking. I was like, I don't have his contact information. He's like, oh, dude, like a manager or something. I'm like, yeah, I'll talk to him for ya.
Let me get right on that.
And he sits there, and then, cause like we were like, and then my favorite part of this whole interaction happened. Like that wasn't it. He kept being a piece of shit. Like it was kind of incredible that he just kept finding ways to be a piece of shit. Cause like usually someone's kind of shitty. Eventually they like realize like,
Yeah,
oh,
they kind of get it. Like,
and they're like, yeah, you're like, oh, I'm a human in like a social situation. I should probably like stop being a piece of fucking shit. But this guy, he was just getting fucking started. He's getting started. He was getting pretty started, and I was getting pretty fucking started. I'm getting fucking started. So, I made a joke to the other bartender about like pockets or something because she like was trying to like put a notepad in her pocket, couldn't even fit it. I'm like, I saw a fucking picture with a dude putting a switch in his pockets. He's like, yeah, my wife fucking bitches about that all the time. That's a quote. Like, just screaming this. I'm like, dude, like, I get we're in a bar, but we're also like in a movie theater. Could you not be screaming like in my bar, a bunch of profanity? Like, there's a time and a place. Like, if it's like, if it's 11, it's like 10 o'clock, I don't fucking care. But like, come on, just stop being a dick. He's a bitch about it all the time. Like, yeah, and then like, the bartender had walked around the bar and was going to the back, so she was like right next to him. He's like, yeah, I got, and he stands up to say it. He's like, yeah, I got my system. I got my wallet. First off, puts his wallet in his front pocket like a fucking monster. My wallet, my keys, my phone. And then he grabs his fucking junk and says, my other important bits, while looking at my new girl bartender.
Oh, what a fuck.
Yeah, and first off, that is now just a joke with us now. We're like, your bits.
Yeah, your bits.
Your bits.
That's not a good name for it, dude.
My bits. Gotta keep control. Gotta make sure I got my bits secured.
Yeah, who the fuck says that?
And then she jokes, she's like, dude, he was so old, his bitch probably didn't even work anymore.
Right? Bits was probably a good word.
And then, that wasn't even, it kept going. And then we were sitting there and like, she kept making the joke, like anytime she made any small mess up, she's like, I'm new. It's my first day. It wasn't even a first day, but she's like, I'm new. It's my first day.
Yeah.
And, like, she got to, like, other customers like got the joke. Like, they would be like, oh, I think I've heard you say that before. Like, you know, like, yada yada. This guy fucking's like, well, I'm gonna say something. It's probably gonna piss off the Me Too movement people.
Oh, here we go.
Good start. My neck fucking snapped. I'm like, I'm literally like, I'm gonna like fucking say something.
Yeah.
Please. First off, are you offended by the Me Too movement? Like,
yeah, what?
Like, why is that something that offends you? It's people literally being like, I've been like sexually assaulted.
Yeah, I'd like to like have a voice.
Yeah, it's like, I'm finally gonna say something about it in some way or form. I've been like, you know, victimized by this. Like, what is wrong with that? What's the what? There's no Me Too, like, there's men who can say, like, you know, hashtag Me Too. It happens.
Yeah, Terry Crews, man.
Yeah. And I hate that people are making fun of Terry Crews for that.
Right?
Like,
for real, though.
Like, and that woman was like, did you take the movie? It's like, he's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, because he said probably the tamest thing he could have said after that fucking introduction. I was expecting him to say something real grotesque, and I was about to kick him out of my fucking bar. Like, all he said was, "Oh, you're a pretty girl. You don't have to be that good at your job to make good money." And I was like,
"Oh God."
I was like, I'm not kicking you out for that, but you're on my shit list.
Yeah, dude, fucking watch yourself.
Like, yeah, and then like, fucking so. She finally just like walks away. She's like, I'm gonna go check movie times. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Good cover.
Yeah. And she comes back afterwards, yada yada. He comes back later. Oh no, she asked, like, before she left, he asked for a water with a lemon, and he was like, yeah, make sure you really squeeze it in there.
God.
Yeah,
this dude is just an asshole.
Yeah, this guy's just the fucking worst. Literally, when I said I served the worst customer, I mean I actually think I found him.
Jesus.
The worst. He's like that guy. I found that guy. And the fact that like you're an adult, like you probably have grandkids, and you're still that guy, is mind blowing to me.
For real though.
And how do you have a wife? Who married you? Anyway.
Oh God.
There's a lot of people I meet when they're like, oh, I married like my husband and my wife. I'm like, do people just at some point go, well, I guess I have to fucking get married? You're the closest person.
Sadly.
Like that, honestly, because like I've seen people like that.
Yep.
Where it's like, I'm like, why would you marry that guy, or why would you marry that girl? Like,
yeah.
What are you doing?
It's like, well, I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and I didn't have anyone better. It's like, well, wait.
Just be patient and hey, find happiness in yourself. Fuck it. You get to save a bunch of money if you're single for your whole life. Go travel the world.
For real though.
Go make your life an adventure. Fuck it. That's my plan. If I'm 30 and I'm still like single, I'm gonna just start dumping all my money into a traveling fund, and I'm just gonna go explore the world.
Yeah.
That's my plan. And hell, if I'm even in a relationship by 30, I still plan to do that. I just have to make sure to really, you know, cover up and not have kids, because that would completely ruin that plan.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing about having kids, man. People don't realize, like, you just ended any possibility of you had of, like, your life's no longer an adventure. Like, raising kids is an adventure. Fuck you. Like, I guess, but also, like, no.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine and good for some people, but like,
To quick end my story, he comes back later demanding a lid. I'm like serving actual customers.
Yeah.
And he's asking for a lid for his water. And the whole time, he asked for more water and then like a lid on it, blah, blah, blah. And the whole time he's just staring down my female employee. And I just hand him the water. I'm like, yeah, you can go. He didn't come back after that. Yeah, so that was the worst customer ever.
what a creep.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. Anyway, but yeah, no, I just feel like until your kids get older, like that's it. You gotta like, I don't know, like your 20s are such an important time for like finding yourself, explore. Yeah. There's a big ass world out there, and I don't see why people are so adamant on just shackling themselves down. I actually thought about it, like I thought of a whole plan for like if like you need to go on like a long vacation, or if I need to go on a long vacation, like what we would do with the channel. Like, yeah, I figure you just sub Paul in and or have
to replace me.
Well,
no,
like while you're gone, or while I figured like. So I made the plan for myself. I was like, I could stream like once a week while I was on vacation or whatever, or like do little like videos on the side, or like one episode a week that's like me playing a game like while I'm off doing shit, Yeah, yeah. But the channel would mostly be, I'd imagine, Coop Troop and then you and Paul, or like you and Paul and something like that, like. Yeah, yeah. Because like I don't. Like, don't get me wrong, I love doing this, and I'm glad we still do it. I'm glad we're, like, committed to it. Like, it's what gets me through every week. Yeah. And, but, like, I don't ever want it to stop us from, like, doing things. Yeah, yeah. Like, if you're like, oh, there's a really cool job for me out, like, in Green Bay, I'd be like, fuck yeah, you go get that job. I'd be sad. I would, but yeah. Like I would imagine I'd find some way to keep the content going. Oh yeah. Or hell, if we have to do a hiatus, we do a hiatus, and then we come back and it's whatever. Like it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah. But yeah, there's always options and things to work around. Yeah. Could always do it. Like we each have recording setups in our own place, and we're like doing online shit with each other. Oh yeah. Like there's ways to do it. Oh yeah. Granted, I love the vibe that we give off with like being on the couch. Yeah, yeah. I actually was adamant about that. I never wanted to be on different seats. I didn't like when we did that at first. I like feeling your energy in me, Eric. I know. I want to be close. I want you to feel my bits. My little bits. Goddamn. Yeah. But yeah. So, we're gonna finish this battle, call it an episode? Yeah. Oh my Jesus, oh my God. Get fucked. God of War is a good game for me to kind of talk over because like there's like action always going on. So it's like you can listen to me talk about a piece of shit while Eric kicks the shit out of what looks like parademons. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it so dark? It's a move that they have. Oh. It's like an effect damage type deal where like I can't see for like a few seconds. Huh. Did you fucking die? I was gonna say, I'm like, that guy's just like, oh, what's happening? Yeah, this guy's just tanking all my hits. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to travel. I think there's a lot of places that would be cool to go to. Oh, hell yeah. Like Europe's a big one for me. I know like Jake said Thailand was awesome. Though granted, I don't know what I'd fucking eat. Why's that? Because I'm such a picky eater. Yeah. I mean, there's always options. Yeah. The light is near. I've always been really bad with foreign language, though, so I'm probably going to start off with places like England, Ireland. Yeah, most places, like, I mean, at least touristy, like, have accommodations like that where, like, the people, especially, like, in the service industry, like, speak, like, minimal English, so you can at least kind of get around at least. Well, yeah, so you can, like, order things, like, water. Yeah. Agua. Bathroom. Yeah. And I feel like when you go to a new country, if you're, like, it's not the language you speak, you learn the keywords. Yeah. Bathroom. Get a dictionary. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna look like a tool for a bit, but hey, you'll be able to get around. Yeah, at least you won't be fucked. And on that note, and on the note of not getting fucked, join us next time so you won't get fucked by not having the knowledge of what happens in episode 17 of God of War. Wow! That was a hell of a description. Yeah.